right, what's up, guys? Jackson Ape here today, and today I wanted to give you guys a max effort template for beginners, essentially. I think a lot of information out there on conjugate kind of makes people think that there's too much that goes into it, or the variations are overcomplicated, or simply that they just don't know how to organize the max effort work. The dynamic effort work is pretty straightforward. You know, you're going to speed squat, you're going to speed bench, and you're going to speed deadlift. That really is hard to get confused by. What really gets confusing is the max effort work and how that kind of interplays with everything. So I wanted to make a video that talks about essentially the simplification of max effort work for you beginners out there. Really, all you need to do, you don't even really need specialty bars to get started. If you have specialty bars, then congratulations. This can be your template for the rest of your life. Because there's so many options, especially once you have the access and the implementation of specialty bars. And then, like I said, we haven't even gotten to accommodating resistance. Athlete, powerlifter, strongman, someone that's pursuing general strength, this template here can get you very far with just a barbell. And so I wanted to make this video for anyone that works at maybe just a gym that doesn't have specialty bars, works out at home, and you're slowly accumulating equipment. Or you work out at your college weight room, and most collegiate weight rooms aren't going to have specialty bars. So this can be implemented for anyone right away, but especially for beginners. Like if you are a powerlifter or strongman and you really want to build strength, this template is going to take you very, very far. And so we're going to dive right into it. Essentially, all we need to do is we need to pick 4 to 8 variations. Over time, you will learn what variations work well for you if you stick with this program long enough. And you're in the strength game long enough, you'll know what works for you, when to throw things in, what's actually helping increase your main movements per se. And that's when you can kind of really play with things and get creative. And that's why I do love the conjugate system. But for just general brute strength, like you want to tack on gains, you want to have the compound movements incorporated into your routine, this right here is for you. We're going to pick 4 to 8 variations. And why do I say 4 to 8? Because some people are only going to need 4. They don't want the complication of all 8. Some people are going to want an additional few, so that's why we have 6. And then some people want the whole bread and butter, so we got all 8, right? So this is really simple. For lower body, we're going to, again, if you watched a few previous videos about how I set up my conjugate template, this fits perfectly into everything that I do. We're going to undulate periodization the weeks 1 through, essentially weeks 1 and 2, because an even number of weeks. So first week we do a comp squat, second week we do a sumo deadlift, week 3 we do a front squat, and then week 4 we have a conventional deadlift. You could run those for months and months and months and continue to beat your PRs, because if you watched my previous videos, or if you have an understanding of the conjugate system, the max effort method isn't always a 1 rep max. A lot of the times we are just looking for a really good strain, and we can get that doing 3s and 5s as well. So take that into consideration when you really look at this, and how you can progress and how you can build upon your max effort lifts over time. And then again, if you want a few extra things, add in a pause squat or a snatch grip or a deficit deadlift. And then even then you can go further and add a box squat or a 3 to 5 rep max RDL or good morning. This in and of itself, doing consistently, is going to build tremendous strength, but throwing it in every now and then as well, to see what you can do is kind of fun. And these are all great variations. Like I said, you can continue to come back to this and run this week after week after, or not week after week, but block after block, month after month, year after year, because you can constantly improve these things, especially if we're not always pushing the limits of every single one. By coming back to it, weeks later, we can really see what other max effort lifts have effects on other max effort lifts, and then the supplementary movements, the accessories that we're doing, and then the lifestyle things outside of it all contribute, and see how you're gaining that muscle, gaining that strength over time, right? So that's for the lower body. For the upper body, this pretty simple split: comp bench, close grip incline, or even a close grip flat bench, floor press, Larson press. You could run that stuff over and over and over, and beat your maxes by 5 pounds every single block. You could add a few other weeks of pin press, board press, or the opposite grip bench. So if you're a closer grip bench, then you can go wide. If you're a wide gripper, close grip would be perfect. But if you know that you're going to go close grip here, then you can rotate the close grip incline down to here. And this is also the beauty of it, is you can interchange everything as long as you kind of give space between certain things. How this goes squat, deadlift for max effort. You'll notice some of these things kind of change as the weeks go on. So just keeping the structure of it, but being able to rotate those movements is really key to long-term progress within the conjugate system. And then so an additional 2 weeks could look something like a shoulder press, and then a neutral grip on a straight bar, really building those triceps. So this is a great format, a great template for beginners or anyone that's really looking to get into the conjugate system, but wants the simplification of their max effort work done for them. Copy and paste this, implement it into your routine, take advantage of it, because this will help you, this will help get you strong, and this will make max effort work much simpler to understand for you. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all your support. Thank you for checking out this video. Be great.